it never occurred to me that they still have an actual car battery on them.
Yeah, because they have the battery for...
It runs all the electrics in the car, like the one in car does. But for some reason, in my head, I'd always just assumed
that it ran off the batteries within...
That would run off the batteries that the engine run, that that the car drives off.
Yeah, but it doesn't, because the batteries that the car drives off are separate batteries for the traction...
Yeah.
Well, what they would class as the drive wheels, traction motors.
Yeah. But yeah, we opened the bonnet of the dealership, and there is a pretty wet battery. I'm like, if that's the battery on them, it's doing a freaking grand job. Yeah, it just surprised me. This is where my knowledge just was a little bit short.
No pun intended.
Right. Don't forget, this is my first ever real dealing with a full electric car, is this one. So I'm learning.
You get it?
Yeah, no, I got it. I just didn't...
It was you normally would charge on a thing like that. Come on, you knew it was too...
These puns really are shocking.
Fucking dumbass.
Need to really go and actually sort that and get that bit clearer.
I know. I don't know, the low quality almost makes it even more endearing to me.
I know, but... It's just...
It's a shame Tim won't be here on Thursday. We could have played it back to him.
But he would say... Oh, he's heard it.
Oh, has he?
But he said the exact same thing I did. It would sound better if it's...
Oh yeah, I know he would. He was just, look, the audio problems I had that night.
Yeah. So you've got like the Hyundai. What have you done?
Nothing. I've come round. I'm dropping the canola off. All the chickens. There's a tree in the middle of the chicken pen.
Why is
and all the chickens are crowded. I think it was just in there when I put the fence down. I quite like having stuff like that for the aesthetic. But all the chickens are just crowding around the tree like they're worshipping it like some kind of bloody
idol
deity. Yeah.
Oh, that's ugly.
What's that?
The Hyundai Kona,
yeah.
Ugly. It's fully electric, but...
Fully enough, yeah, we looked at one of those in the dealership when we bought the MG because there was one in there. And it was like $8,000 more than the MG for pretty much the same mileage, age, and spec.
See, there is that, and that's the thing. That's weird because the Bayon is here listed as a manual petrol.
Yeah.
There is one more other option. The Nero. See, it's a the Renault Clio, the newer style Renault Clio.
You know what? I actually quite like the look of that new Renault 5. I think they're quite funky. Those are meant to look like a bit like the classic but modernised.
Yeah.
I actually quite like them.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm gonna sort of see what's there at the time. I'm just gonna keep my eye on it and see what's what.
Like I say, I'm the same. If I had to replace mine now,
God, the Mazda CX-30. Eesh.
It's like a little SUV in it.
Yeah. Wow, who comes up with these car names? There's a Hyundai or Hyundai Insta. Who comes up with these fucking car names? Seriously.
Do you reckon the lower spec one's known as the gram, and then you've got the kilo and the ton or something?
I mean, have you seen the Ford Explorer is fully electric? Have you seen it?
I have. I think I've seen them on the road. Yeah.
Just what are people? And they're only ranging it up to 233 miles. It's no fucking... It's just... Things are no... Electric vehicles. I'm sorry. Yeah, your missus owns an electric vehicle. That's fine for her commute.
that is what we have this service, and it's the same. They work in certain circumstances.
But for me, who would need to do probably the range of that fucking Ford.
No, but it's not even the range. To me, for you, it's not even the range. It's more to the point I've said, because you can't guarantee
Charging.
a parking space.
No, I can't guarantee charging.
Like I say, we can
Yeah,
park.
I know
We've got the
that.
guy can put the charger in, so that sort of removes
No,
that
but
big problem.
But you know what I mean? What I mean in terms of just...
Because I'm quite happy so far we've managed to fully avoid having to charge it out and about, and I'm intending to keep that going for as long as possible. Because the amount you get charged if you, no pun intended, if you charge them.
Well, yeah, we've had that I've gone through the charge prices of the BP lot, haven't I?
Yeah, like I say, we've actually just changed our electric thing, whereas if we charge her car overnight, it only costs us like 8 pence an hour, a kilowatt hour.
See, the Frontiera's electric. There's a Citroen C3 that's electric. I'm sick of just seeing...
Sadly, it's the way the world is these days, and it's, you know...
Yeah, but...
So we need to keep the older ones going.
But what's it... The thing is, what's it going to... What... You know, the government is like, oh yeah, you know, all the climate policy and all this bollocks. It's like... Right, it's like, well... Yeah, you're building all this affordable housing shit that people can't afford. You know what I mean? People can't afford them. And... Not... Houses that were built a while ago, shall we say, like where I am. When we can't have fucking electric chargers.
No.
We battle for parking space as it is.
You don't forget, when the houses around your area were built, cars weren't even that big a thing. Not every household back then would have had a car, not like now when every household's generally got 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, we've got 3. But we've...
No, I wasn't saying that, I'm just saying...
No, I'm just saying we've got 3 because we've got 2 mobilities and 1 not.
Yeah, but when them houses were built, like, my mother lives in a similar situation to you. Houses were built in the 1890s.
Yeah.
Cars weren't a thing.
Oh.
As long as there was somewhere nearby you could hitch your horse, you were good.
It's just... This is the thing, it's just like, well... I don't understand. I get the whole government's policy and all this lot, I get this crap, but... The country's not got the infrastructure. The cars... That's why the cars don't have the decent ranges on them, because they want to make money out of you. You know, and they keep doing whatever they're doing to people, and it's just like, you know, government screwing the people over, and it's just like, well... Not people aren't just going to be able to afford to do shit. Right, so I need to go and do... I need to go do 36 now, don't I?
Probably, yeah. You've done 1 and 2, haven't you?
Yeah, just done.
And I think 13 and 14 are going to want at least 1. Are going to want 1 and all.
Okay.
Keeping you busy. While I'm harvesting this 6 and 7.
Yeah, no, it's because there's a trailer on the field.
Yeah. There's already one full trailer load gone into the silo.
Christ. But it's just, you know what I mean? If... I just don't understand why electric's becoming the next big thing, because it's not worth it.
It's the stopgap that the government have found that makes them hit the targets they want to hit. And don't forget, governments don't care about long term. They care about the targets as long as they're going to be in office.
Oh, well, I know that.
Because anything ahead of like 8 years, their pre-government isn't going to be their problem.
No. Wrong button. You know what I mean?
as he fell out the tractor.
It's just like, I just don't. You know, okay, if I lived in Norway, then maybe. Norway's equipped. As I keep using Norway because Norway is equipped.
Hmm.
I just. I just don't see the point. It was like, yeah, you know, it's like clean air zones. You know, some councils have even gone as far as if your car, some areas down south, if your car is equipped with stop-start technology, you know, you have to use said stop-start technology, otherwise you get fined for idling. And okay, that field's not ready to be another layer of fertilizer on yet.
Well, okay, in that case, in 13 and 14 might not be. No, 13 and 14 will be. No, because 13 and 14, the planter didn't put a layer down. I'm guessing the planter put a layer on that is why he wouldn't take it.
So, you know what I mean? Like, some councils are going as far as if you've got start-stop technology on your car, you've got to use it because you can get fined for idling.
In that case, in field 8 probably wouldn't take any either.
Field 8... No, Field 8 didn't.
Yeah, because that's the same. It's only just we'd have to give it a day.
You know what I mean? So, it's like... But then there's people talking shit about stop-start technology and saying that it's... Stop-start technology can damage your engine because it...
You've got to think, basic logic. It's got to be putting extra strain on certain components. How do you start now?
Oil.
My car's got it, but it's never worked since I bought the car. I reckon the last owners had it remapped out. Because it's not just the car's. Literally, I've had the car 4 or 5 years. It's never done it once.
Well, usually.
Yeah, if you look at the computer, it says it's working normally.
Yeah, but we usually with stop-start technology, it's like for the automatic, it's if once my car gets to I can turn it off.
Oh yeah, I've still got the button that you can turn it off. So you press the button, it lights up and everything. But say I just reckon somebody's already been in and
mapped it out.
Just because I also wonder if my car's had a remap, because it's funny if it hasn't. It's the perkiest 150 horse I've ever driven.
Because usually
the thing is, the guy who had it before me used it for towing because he's got a tow bar on, and the tow bar's got signs of use.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he was like towing a caravan with it, and someone decided it needed a bit more power. And while he was in there, just said to him, "Was it remap? Can you just knock the stop-start off while you're in there?"
Yeah, because you generally, if your handbrake's on, out of gear.
Your handbrake's on, the engine's up to temperature, you're out of gear. I think your aircon has to be off. I think sometimes if your aircon's on, it will leave the engine running. So obviously that runs off the pump on the engine.
Yeah. Also,
the outside temperature can't be too low.
It's got to be above. Above 3 degrees.
Something like that. I know it can't be too low. And there's probably hundreds, because there's probably hundreds of things. There's all kinds of, you know, how many sensors modern cars and that have on them. There'll be all kinds of little criteria it's got to hit.
But usually, if on an automatic, if I'm in drive, I come up to a set of traffic lights, my foot's on the brake, handbrake's on, stop-start kicks in. Now, in a manual car, it's foot on the brake,
in neutral.
Handbrake on, in neutral, off the clutch.
Now, with the works ones, you don't have to have your foot on the brake. You come to a stop.
Oh, you can take your foot off the brake. It's just usually I hold it on. Because
the manuals use the clutch to restart. As soon as you hit the clutch,
it restarts.
That's what kicks it back into life.
But yeah, I heard people talking shit, you know, saying obviously yes, it would put. I know it would put extra strain on certain things. But in terms of you know, there was people talking, saying like, oh yeah, it'll be push the oil. You know what I mean? It'll, if you stop it and then it kicks in again, and it's like pushes the oil too much, and you know what I mean? Through the system, and it's like, you're not a mechanic. You know, it wasn't coming from a person who's a mechanic. There will be, yes, it will cause certain strain, but they wouldn't put them in cars if it wasn't designed. You know what I mean? They wouldn't design it to put it in cars if it was gonna damage them too much. Because obviously with the automatic, it'll be on the clutch as well.
Yeah, or torque converter, depending on which setup you've got.
I don't know, because I've got the E88.
Because obviously some automatics, it's a clutch just with an automatic controller, some it's a torque converter.
Mine's, well, I can drive my car manually if I wish.
Yeah, but you don't have a clutch pedal.
No, I don't.
9 out of 10 automatics, you'll have a manual mode. That old Merc of Shells did. That Hyundai did.
Yeah, it has a manual and I've got flappy paddles.
I remember that as a paddles, yeah, that you just used to have to, I think, you click the gear stick across and then push the gear stick forwards and backwards.
Oh no, yeah, because it's a different style box, this.
Well, just because flappy paddles weren't a thing back when them things were made.
Flappy. It's not exactly flappy paddle, but the you know what I mean. Basically, I can take manual control if I want to. So, you know, it was just. It was just, I thought, well, I mean, it's a Euro 6 engine in it as well, so it is actually pretty good on fuel, because, I mean, for the size of the tank it is, Manchester and back, quarter of a tank. No shit.
Fair enough.
That night I went to see Jeff Dunham, it was filled up before I set off. Well, not before I set. Filled up. Then I went down to Manchester. Wasn't hamming it. Yes, I stopped at Rivington because I was getting a bit snackish, so I kind of wanted to get a bit of money.
Wanted to massively overpay for a chocolate bar.
No, dude, I didn't buy anything from Rivington. I just used the parking. I took my own stuff, mate.
I was going to say, Chris, if you want to pay about £4 for a fucking chocolate bar, just go.
No, I took my own stuff. Seriously, I did. I thought it was cheaper.
Well, it 100% is, yeah.
So, yeah, just feeling a bit snackish, so I thought, I'll pull in.
It's the two golden rules of the motorway services. They have to be really expensive, they have to be a shithole. The exception to that is T-Bay, which isn't a shithole, but is 4 times more expensive to compensate.
Oh, I expect them a fucking TV show about the bastard.
I know.
And it was just like, well... And that was the thing, it was just like... Rivington's not bad, I'll give it that. Rivington isn't bad. But... Yeah, I had to stop, but then I wasn't hamming it. I was, 60-65 on the way down. 60-65 on the way back. Wasn't rushing. And then, obviously, even I had to A6 it back.
Yeah.
Because they shut fucking 36 off. And, yeah, about quarter of a tank of fuel. Considering with a stop there, a stop back.
You really can't argue with that.
Rivet and back, you know.
No, you really cannot argue with that.
No. Whereas an old, like, that would, if I did that in my sister's old, I mean the newer manual is good on, her newer manual is good on fuel as well. Because it's the same engine.
The thing is, you're also probably thinking with, like, especially with hers, they're not really cars designed for long motorway work, so you're probably taking them a little bit out of the comfort zone. You know, something like mine comes into a league of its own on long motorway work.
Yours is a diesel, isn't it?
Yeah, mine's a big diesel repmobile.
That's the thing, it's the difference.
You know, that's what I'm saying though, is it's different cars for different use cases.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's kind of good for hers to, like mine as well, it is good for mine to get mine on a run as well. Because we don't pootle outside of town. You know, obviously she works, so her car really, apart from if we've got Big Brown Bear, the dog, for anybody that's my dad's dog, we've got him, we'll pootle a little bit further, but other than that, hers will just pootle from home to work, and mine...
That field's done for just over 2 full trailer loads.
Not bad.
Can't argue.
I'll do a bit of pootling around town and stuff, but when it gets a long run or whatever, it's not so bad. It's like it'll be pootling around obviously while I'm at my dad's, but then in August I'm going for the Black Player Show, so it'll get a bit of a run.
Alright.
Yeah, I made a decision. I won't go for it, so.
Fair enough.
Plus, it's just going to be a bit of a bitch with people.
Yeah.
Well, not people as such, but just have to be careful. Because, you know, big event and...
Yeah. Bloody hell, folks, actually got out the 9R. I'm amazed. Must have fallen out.
I did, I nabbed his truck while I was at it.
Oh, are you moving pallets now or something?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is there any eggs?
I just...
Yeah. Sorry. I was gonna say, is there any eggs down there, but I'll probably leave them.
Yeah. I say it's just sometimes if you've got a lot of pallets to move, the truck does make life a little bit easier.
Do you want me to sawmill or?
It's up to you, Candy, if you want. Like say, I cleared everything out before, so...
Well, I don't know where else will I need to go. I've been to
probably with Chicken Sugar Mill now.
Where the fuck is the sugar mill?
It's in the city.
Ah, right, okay.
Because, yeah, there's 4, 8, 12, 15 pallets down here.
Where do they get sold?
They get sold? Where's the best price for them? The restaurant. Oh, that's going to be fun for you in the truck.
Oh, shit.
If I leave them, I'll take a tractor up there.
Isn't... Sure?
Yeah, because the rest... That article for the restaurant will be an absolute see you next Tuesday.
And David's backing away. David's even backing away from a challenge.
But it's more to do with how low that trailer is.
I know, it keeps
Get,
fucking grounding.
getting into the sawmills and arse. But there isn't a standard flatbedding game. Not default. Anyway, there might be a mod one. No, there isn't. They're all low decks like that.
Why? What? Why giants?
Good question.
Yeah,
but yeah,
why'd you do this?
There is a curtain sider in there, but I didn't particularly want the curtain sider at this venture.
Well, the curtain sider probably would have worked.
Yeah, but I don't think the curtain sider. That flatbed also helps with being massive.
Yeah, true.
So it's I say, because what I'll do is I've done now, so I'll grab a flatbed. I'll grab a flatbed with a tractor and go and do the sugar.
What's the bet he takes mine now?
No, actually, I'm going to take the Virtus.
The what?
The little Sane.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to put the Massey Ferguson on the Ripper and send it over onto Field 7.
Yeah.
Because my plan is, I've planted carrots on 13 and 14, there's parsnips going on 12, and red beets can go on 6 and 7. And then we've got all 3 root crops again.
Oh, I'm worried now. It's fine.
So you have got super strength at your side.
No, I know. It's not that. I'm gonna have to come up here with a tractor and a trailer. There's a lot of
wood chips.
Why was the forklift running?
I think I'd moved it out of the way, because what I'd been doing is just backing the truck. I'd been backing the truck in, getting it to load everything. Because I'm getting this weird bug with it where I can select, because you can press Y and only select to load one type of product.
Yeah.
But my menu isn't telling me which one I'm selected. So I'm having to just hit it, see what I pick up. So say what I did was set it up so that I had everything out there, so I could just run alongside it and just pick up the bits I wanted to.
Problem is with this fence in the way, it's gonna be an ass.
I know, that's the thing, it is a bit of a pain, but...
You know, fucking Jesus Christ, I'm just now grounded.
That's what I say, it's not great.
Well, the truck's literally hanging off the edge with...
Oh, you tried to take it out that like back exit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know.
Because you'd probably done it like so. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why are you jackknifing the fucking truck? It's not me that's doing it. I've just literally tried to SS the back end of the trailer to move it. It's just jackknifing the truck. It's like, seriously? Just fucking...
Give over.
Right, well that's all this from the sawmill. So, I need to go to the dairy, I need to go to the temple, and I'm guessing I need to go to the warehouse, or the carpenter.
Probably, I would have said probably the warehouse. Like I say, generally speaking, the temple was always the best price on these, but once the temple's full, it won't take any more.
But
so then the warehouse tends to be...
Yeah, but I've got roofing plates for the temple, so...
Yeah, good. And how'd that get on?
But then we need one more set of roof plates before it, well, one more,
yeah,
probably. It's just... I don't know. It just means the trucks feel massively underpowered.
considering that's got the biggest engine in you can get,
Hmm.
it's supposed to be 505 horsepower. Oh, hang on, I can sell the sugar at the farmer's market, so I'll probably do that, because even though at least the price is lower, by the time you put the bonus in,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be.
So I literally went down the freeway to come up with the next exit to go to the temple. I don't know why I've gone to the temple first, I was meant to go to the dairy first, but hey, huh?
If you want, I'll shoot up to the dairy, because once I've done this farmer's market,
Well, I've got the milk on me.
yeah, but I'll go and grab the stuff. It's up to you, you can go that way. If you've already got the milk on. I was just thinking of ways to make it a little bit easier for you.
I've already got the milk on.
Unless I came and met you and took the milk off you.
All the sawmill stuff's on top of it.
What you'd have to do is you have to unload it all. I just take out the milk and you can reload. It might actually help if you don't. It might reload it a bit neater once like stuff's gone.
Some of it's up on the neck, which is interesting.
Right, that was the sugar sold.
Alright. Well, yeah, what you could do is actually run that little milk tanker up to the dairy.
Yeah, good thinking.
Because I don't exactly know how much.
Well, at the moment the cow barn has 2,600 litres in.
You might as well move it up and get it producing.
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Because we've only been taking the goats stuff up.
Yeah.
Alright, I actually took some of the wood as well.
Yeah, there is some bits of wood it still needs. It took a load of, I think it was like the standard little planks off me before.
I like the trucks, but I've always found the issue of how they handle.
I just got one on Riverbend because for the same reason I bought it here. I don't like doing tractors and dollies, but the trailers are so much bigger.
Yeah.
Like I've got that international, I've got a flatbed, I've also got I've got a big, well, I call it a tipping trailer, but it does walking floor as well.
Yeah.
But it's like 65,000 litre capacity. So that comes back to what I was saying before about how I will move stuff to my silo rather than run it all the way to the sale point in one go. Because I can then use the truck with the much bigger trailer.
Yeah, but we always used to just store shit and then run it out.
Yeah, so that's just the way I do things.
Yeah, but we always used to do that. But then we sort of stopped doing it.
Well, it depends how. Cause if you deliver, what it is, you don't want to end up with the harvester waiting for you to come back.
No.
That to me is always the big issue is if the harvester ends up having to wait. So that's why, like I said, try and just turn around and get back. So if it turns out that's one of the first times I ever started using auger wagons on Oak Farm for that Oak Farm for that reason. Because you could just leave that. Cause I figured out with especially with auto drive, it will. If you leave an auger wagon inside the field and set it to self-unload, it will fill up and go and unload.
Yeah, it goes and unloads into the auger wagon.
And then goes back to where. So you could leave the auger wagon there with the pipe out, just you kept unloading off that. So I was driving the tipper backwards and forwards. And just constantly unloading. It just unloaded itself every time it needed to.
Yeah.
Right, there was actually already 2,000 in the tank, so that's 4,600 litres I'm taking up. It's all going to help.
Yeah.
Although I might be about to spend a good chunk of this money, so it's okay. Yep.
We're gonna need more. We will then need machinery to help with fields.
Yeah.
If
fine.
it's big fields.
Well, it's probably not big compared to the ones we already have, ironically, but it's a good size one I'm looking at.
Huh?
We never accepted the contract.
Oh. Okay.
I literally just looked in the menu and the contract was still there. The one that you did before.
One that Alan started.
Yeah, we'd done it, but we never actually accepted it.
Yeah. Oops.
So there's a bit more money in the pot. Poor guy, about 6 months later, he's not even handed an invoice.
It's not our fault. We've been busy.
We'd be no good contractors, would we?
No. Yeah, but I did say to you there was a contract, but I'm guessing we got... Oh no, because we ran into the mod issue, didn't we? Not the mod issue, but we ran into that little problem.
Yeah, that I'd have to update the mod properly.
Hmm. Okay, where can I sell the mushrooms at? Farmer's market.
Farmer's market, yeah.
This could be fun.
I noticed now you're trying to get the truck in.
Mm.
It might be worth going past the other end and just reversing into the sell point.
Oh yeah.
Rather than trying to drive right down it.
Did not realise cars came up towards the warehouse.
Yeah, they do a U-turn in the car park and leave again. The AI traffic. I need to I need to try and work out how far along the temple we are, because you would think with the amount of stuff we've fed to it.
We're only second stage at least.
No, we're way beyond second.
Really?
Yeah, but there's about 30 stages to it.
It can't be.
There is. Well, every time you get, because it'll say at the bottom now materials required, and it'll just say roofing tiles. When that finishes, it'll be the next one. Otherwise, it doesn't tell you like how far along you are. That's what really annoys me with it.
Hmm. There's nothing to pick up at the cannon factory.
No, because it's set to auto sell all of that.
777 903. Yeah, but we did it for a reason.
Yeah, we should always. I mean, that's what I've left you that, because it's also a nice little income.
No, what I mean is we did it.
Hmm.
We had auto sell on for a reason, because the fact that
Oh yeah.
It got a bit.
It took us a long time just to do one frigging trailer load of stuff the other day.
Yeah. It's not the fact that we were used to having having the auto load. We're limited what we can use, basically. If you're cross-playing with anybody on console, be prepared you get limited to what you can use.
Oh yeah.
No script mods, so the April, the whole thing you see up there where it says April year 5, all that lot, that has to come off. Super strength comes off. What else was there?
Auto load.
Auto load comes off.
Just a whole lot of little quality of life things that just don't.
It sucks, but we deal with it the best we can.
Aye.
Or we try to.
And it's also all about, to me, where we don't want to be spending an hour loading pallets. It doesn't look, it's not going to be entertaining to watch.
Which is... I mean, don't get us wrong, console days, we used to have to deal with that.
Yeah, and also we've had this joke every time, but we also nearly broke it a few times doing that.
No, but I mean, like, we used to put up with it back in the when we all were on console.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we... Back then, to be honest, I don't think we pushed it as much. Not gonna lie.
No.
We didn't decide to push as much.
Yeah.
And now we do what we do. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna...
Now breaking it is part of the fun.
I'm just gonna basically... Oh, come on. Super strength used into the trigger. I literally parked alongside the trigger point now. Because I couldn't exactly get the trailer on the trigger. And now my final stop, the dairy. Oh, I did this a convoluted way.
How used to it with you.
But it's just, you know what I mean? I'm just... It's... Yes, the farm sim's evolved over the years, but... As we say many times, if it wasn't for modders,
Mm.
the game would be on its ass. Same with your truck.
Oh, definitely.
Most games wouldn't survive. Minecraft wouldn't have survived.
It's actually really surprised when games like Consim just decide to go no.
No mods.
None at all.
No mods.
Yeah.
But the Consim genre has been around for ages. It's not a new...
Oh no, not saying, but it just surprises me when they're so against, when you see what a community like that can do for a game. And you know, I'm somebody who's played a lot of GTA. Bad modding is really bad. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but the thing with Consim is would you really want people to break the game even more than it's already broken?
It'd be comedy.
Oh yeah, but you know, because Consim relies heavily on licensed brands.
So does Euro Truck. And they still manage to.
Different developer and publisher.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying you can't. The reason why is the mods is because of.
No, I'm not saying because of the brands, but I'm just in general. It depends on the like I said. It depends on the dev and the publisher.
Yeah.
If ETS, I think ETS2 realised, like SCS realised after, like, the likes of the separate standalone titles of UK Truck Sim, German Truck Sim, 18 Wheels of Steel.
Yeah.
They saw the modding capability from 18 Wheels. Because you used to be able to mod 18 Wheels. believe it or not.
And they realised what that did, and that's what helped them decide to add that,
Yeah.
keep that in the games.
Whereas Consim... Astragon have never really done the whole modding scene.
Yeah.
And plus with some of Astragon's stuff, okay, I can't say it goes out on consoles because, as you know, this is out on console, but Giants had to build their mod.
Their own model, yeah. Well, Bethesda did that with Fallout, didn't they?
Yeah, but the difference is that at one point ModHub never used to do the dependencies, never used to bring them down. So it's evolved as ModHub from what it used to be, because you used to have to go searching for shit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Whereas now you don't, which is good. But in terms of like mod-wise, like, you know, Bethesda's got their own for Fallout and stuff, but 2 seconds.
No worries. Hopefully it goes to my screen while that is, because I'm just going off and just making us a quick buck. Need to unfold the machine, wanna? See, I've decided I'm going to grab this. I'm basically going to flip this field. But it's had potatoes sat on it for a long time now. There seems to be a glitch occasionally with this game where, because seasons are off, the AI just don't cotton on. But what I might as well do is I'm going to quickly take the potatoes, sell them, and just sell the family's fuel back at the same price I paid for it. It's a good quick way of... Because we'll probably do the same with 35 and 39 as well. And get some more sugar beets, not that we need any more. Oh, sugar mill's probably still 2/3 full from the previous one. So like having all the horsepower upgrades on this Colossus, but one thing he hasn't upgraded is the brakes. And how's that sugar mill doing? Yeah, he's used like very little, so there's no point getting any more sugar beets into it anytime soon.